we got to prepare for a lot. They got a high volume offense. They do a lot of different things. Jamison Crowder is a very dangerous receiver. Perryman can fly. And we got to prepare for a lot of football. Single back sets, no back sets, a lot of trickery, and a lot of stuff in their playbook.
Hey everyone, it's Heidi Fang here with Vinny, Bonsignore, our Raiders beat writer, and some good news and bad news for the Raiders as we look ahead to the Jets game. They're heading into MetLife to face them, and they won't be doing it with Josh Jacobs or Jonathan Abram, Vinny, but Cleve Farrell possibly going to start in this one, maybe even Jalen Richard. So tell us about all of the different injuries and how this can affect the team.
Obviously, you don't want to lose Josh Jacobs. You don't want to lose Jonathan Abram. Those are two huge losses. I think they'll be, as far as running back, I think they'll go with Devontae Booker more than Jalen Richard. I think Theo Riddick also gets dressed out for that game. He'll play a little bit of a backup role. But there's no question that you don't want to lose Josh Jacobs at this time of the year. You don't want to lose Jonathan Abram at this time of the year, and it really drives home the point of the wiggle room that they sacrificed by laying the egg that they did against the Atlanta Falcons. Everything is so razor thin at this point, in terms of having to win out, basically. And now you're going to have to play a game, at least one, without Jonathan Abram and Josh Jacobs. It's just a bad turn of events for the Raiders. Fortunately, they do get Cleve Farrell back, but we'll see where he is physically after being out 2 weeks and dealing with COVID-19. So it's not an ideal situation for the Raiders, but they got to make do and figure it out and go win a football game, even at this depleted state against the New York Jets.
We've heard Josh Jacobs before. I think it was earlier this year, talk about how his first game when he was in his rookie season felt like he was in a train wreck, hit like in a car crash. But he's been on this injury report a few different times this season with a couple of different injuries. There was a hip injury, and right now it's listed as a ankle injury. So, I mean, how concerning is this right now down the stretch with Josh Jacobs?
Well, he's a violent runner and a physical runner, but he's also not the biggest guy in the world. So that doesn't always line up. And he's going to have to really learn to protect himself a little bit better and pick and choose his battles a little bit better. The ankle injury, that's just an awkward tackle. It happens. But some other things, maybe there's a fine line that he can find in terms of the physicality and trying to just avoid people rather than take on the collisions. So it's not ideal. There's no question about it. He's their premier running back, and not having him, they're going to pay a price for that. But again, trying to get back to him figuring out the physical end of this sport, but also the preserving himself also for the long haul. There's a balance there, and he needs to find it.
Okay, Vinny. So give us the game plan here. How do the Raiders go into MetLife and come away with a victory?
They just have to play mistake-free football. They have to get back, even though it's going to be Devontae Booker primarily and without Josh Jacobs. They need to get back to their roots, which is a big physical, pound the ball, run the ball, get behind a big offensive line that's going to get after it up front. In other words, everything they didn't do against Atlanta, but pretty much have done throughout the season. So they just need to return to form offensively. I thought the defense actually played pretty well against Atlanta. The score wasn't really indicative of the effort that the defense, played with. So if they can play a similar game in complement of an offense that's getting it done, not turning the ball over 5 times and committing a slew of penalties, I think that they should be in good shape against this team.
All right, Vinny Bonsignore with the great analysis there. You can catch the show with Sam Gordon, 1st and 10 every Monday. I'm on Takeaways on Wednesday. And, of course, today, Friday, Ed and Adam's podcast, Unsportsmanlike Conduct, is out. We will have you covered, the whole crew, on our game day show as well, airing on Cox Yearview Channel 14 this Sunday morning at 9 a.m. We are going to be here on the ground, so we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. No one on our team traveling to New York. Sorry, guys, but the pandemic is, we're taking all the precautions right now as everything is hitting peaks and heights all around the globe. So we wish everybody well. Stay healthy out there, everyone. And don't forget, check out VegasNation.com for all of your up-to-date Raiders news. For Vinny Bonsignore, I'm Heidi Fang. Thank you for watching.